Hi there, it's Vicki McCarthy from Aussie Stampers. Thank you very much for joining me again today. Well, today I have some Tulle window cards that I cased from Jennifer McGuire. I saw some cards that she had made like this and I thought they would be absolutely perfect for the stamps with the A Little Wild stamp set. And I particularly love these cards because you can see the back of the card as well as the front. Now in Jennifer's examples, she just die cut the back and put a plain white piece over the back. But because of the way this stamp set is made and because of the matching framelits that come with it, you can actually do the front and the back of your animals all on the same card. So it's very, very cute. Now I've white embossed the sentiment on the front. Here's the stamp set. It has 3 different animals, a little cute lion, a honey bear, a little elephant, and all the sentiments have come from this stamp set. This is what it stamps out like. So the stamps are joined together and you can fit it perfectly into the framelits. It's originally designed to be used like a little gift tag like this. So you can see how it's joined together and you can put to and from in the middle, and there you have a little tag with some baker's twine around the top. Very sweet. But I thought, well, let's use this application and make these floating sparkly Tulle window cards. And I just love how they turned out. Absolutely adorable. So this is the Tulle that I used for the cards. I got this from Spotlight and it has sparkly silver on it. It's white Tulle, quite soft. I'm using the second largest framelit from the stitched framelits in the square shape and the Balloon Celebration stamp set, this balloon here. Now I've done everything, all my stamping is on shimmery white cardstock with Memento Tuxedo black ink. I'm mounting it onto a top mounted thick Whisper white card base and some soft suede which I've cut as a layering panel for the top. Now you don't want to attach that panel yet. Now I'm going to do the colouring. So I've got a selection of different colours, markers from Stampin' Right markers, and I've got my water brush, a Wink of Stella pen and a black and a white Uniball gel pen. Now I'm starting out with some crumb cake and soft suede for the body of the lion. And not using too much water because even with shimmery white cardstock it will peel if you go over and over and do lots of blending. So just be very light-handed with the amount of water that you put on. And only use it when you need it, and you'll see that I'm brushing it off on the palm of my hand to get rid of any excess water so that I'm not flooding water all over that image. Now I'm coming in with some Daffodil Delight and some crushed curry for the mane of the little lion with the darker colour on the outside and blending it with the aqua brush so that you don't have any sharp lines. So now I'm going to give him some little rosy cheeks and a little pink nose with some Blushing Bride. Very cute. And some pink inside his ears and on the bottom of his feet. I'm colouring in some flowers with the Blushing Bride, Daffodil Delight, and I think I brought in some wild wasabi for the leaves. And then just the fine tip of the soft suede pen just to give a little more detail to the flowers. And those flowers were cut out using the matching framelits. So it's all very simple. Here's the Wink of Stella brush. I can't rave enough about the Wink of Stella brush. It's so much easier than using glitter glue. It's just wonderful. So I have white heat embossed the greeting on the balloon, and I'm using some darker pink and lighter pink together, and you'll see how once this is all dried how beautifully blended it actually is. So you can see it's dry and it's very easy to read Wild About You. I'm bringing in some white gel pen and doing some little dots on the eyes. You'll see on the little bear I have some little white dots. It just gives a little bit more expression to his face. I've used the gel pen on the outside of the image too, where some of the water has made the ink run just slightly, just to clean it up. Now I'm using the balloon punch, punching out that balloon. And I'm going to cut the lion in half now. Literally, I'm cutting his front section from his back section. There we go. I'm just cutting off that little nib there. And I'm leaving the white around the outside so it matches the rest of the image. And just making sure that it looks the same back and front, because you're going to be able to see the back and front of this through that sparkly tulle window card. Now I'm cutting his tail because I actually want to tie the balloon to the end of his tail. So I'm just going in and fussy cutting a piece around there so that I can get in and put some twine around his tail. And again, I'm leaving some white space there so that it matches the shape that the framelits have cut out. The white around the outside. Just check again that it's the same front and back. And now it's time to cut the window. So for the other cards, I use the top third of the card, excuse me, and this one I'm using the bottom third of the card. Cutting that out with my big shot, but you don't want to attach these layers yet, you want to keep them separate. And I've cut that out, and now I'm putting some tear and tape. You want some tape here that is very sturdy, so tear and tape is perfect for this. Putting this around the outside of the window, and I've cut some of that tulle just a bit bigger than the window so that I can place that over the top. And just spread it out so that it's nice and flat, pat it down. Now you're ready to sandwich the two pieces together. So some more tear and tape around the outside of the soft suede layer. And I'm also going to put an extra piece of tear and tape just below the window there, right across here, so that you can see it gives a little bit more stability to that window. And I'm actually not going to peel the backing off that, I'll just leave that there as an extra piece. Now I'm adhering it, leaving a nice edge around the outside. And you can see now we have a beautifully sandwiched piece of sparkly tulle on the front of the card, and on the back of the card, or on the inside of the back, you can see it's really neat and tidy. Now I'm going to put my pieces together and float these images on that tulle window frame. I've got some tear and tape on the back of this little line, and I'm using some Tombow multi-adhesive. I really do want it to stick well, but you can see I'm protecting the back of the card with some scratch paper. And now I'm doing the back of the lion. Same again, some tear and tape and some Tombow multi, because you're adhering this to fabric, so I really do want to make sure that it's going to be nice and sturdy. And then you want to line that up exactly. And because we've used that Tombow multi, there is a little bit of wiggle room. And just turn it over quickly and make sure that you can't see any of the back of that line. I'm just adjusting it there so you can't see it from the front. Now I haven't put any adhesive on his tail because I want to actually tie the balloon to his tail. Now I'm actually adhering that tiny little flower. I'm going to adhere that in the left-hand corner at the bottom, just using my tweezers because it's quite a fine piece to put in. And I'm going to adhere the second flower to the back, just as I've already done with the lion. So the second piece of flower, I'm going to adhere that to the back. Now for the balloon, I have tied some black and white baker's twine around the end of his tail, and I've tied the other end to the balloon. And I'm going to add a very small piece of dimensional just right near where I've tied it so that the string doesn't slip off, and pop some dimensionals on the back and adhere that down so that it's popping up on dimensionals, and the card's finished. So you can see how sweet that is. Now I thought I'd bring in the extra fine tip glue pen and just add a little bit more gloss to the center of the flower, to the black of his eyes, to the pink around his nose, to his ears as well, just the places where I've put some pink, and around the bottom of his feet. And I'm also going to bring this around one edge of the balloon, just to give the balloon some extra shine, because balloons are shiny. So here are the three cards, all finished. Beautiful little honey bear, a lion and an elephant. And I absolutely love the fact that you can see the glimmer or the shimmer on that tulle, the the silver shimmer, and how sweet they are when you open them up and you can actually see them. They're back versions inside the card. I was going to say they're back sides, but we'll say they're back versions inside the card. I think they're absolutely sweet and lovely, and I hope you give these a try. I'll put a link to Jennifer McGuire's post in the description of this video, so you can go and have a look at her cards as well. And I've turned them upside down so you can see how cute those are from the back. They're just adorable. Very, very sweet. With the honeycomb bear, I've actually made his hive. I drew those lines on and coloured it in yellow myself, because on the front of the card it has a little opening for the bees to fly in. So there's the cards, all finished. I had so much fun making them. I hope you give them a try. I absolutely love this stamp set. A little while I'm going to be making a lot of projects with this stamp set, and I'll bring more videos to you to show you how to use them. Thanks so much, and I'll look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye for now.